and welcome back to our UDL era video series. Yay, we did another one, episode 2. So we'd like to welcome you today. My name is Karrie Morin. I am the coordinator for the Center for Teaching Excellence. I'm an adjunct faculty for the Communication Department and a member of Cohort 2 for Universal Design for Learning. And my colleague,
I'm Sheehan. I'm the assistant professor of English and Communication, and I was part of Cohort 1.
So we are very excited to be here today in our UDL Classroom, our lovely active learning classroom, where we have a lot of different technologies, different tools, different things for the students. You'll notice that the tables and things are all on wheels. They can be moved in different ways. There's whiteboards, there's projectors, smart boards, and everything. There's couches. There's couches.
I was able to teach in here last semester, and I have to say the students actually, they really enjoy being in here. It's a good classroom, lots of movement.
So today we have Professor Jen Feitel. She is the Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice, Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Security. And she's with us today to join us to talk about her UDLized lesson, her +1. So Jen, if you can join us.
Hi, ladies.
Good morning, Jen. Thanks for being here with us today.
Hello, thanks for having me. This is a great idea and opportunity.
We are so glad that you're here. You are our number 2 episode.
Yeah. So you might as well just jump right in, start asking some questions. So Jen, what drew you to UDL in the first place?
Well, it was offered here at Goodwin College, and teaching for nearly 10 years, I definitely wanted to learn new enhancements to my style that I could bring to the classroom. So what I did was I applied, and I was a member of Cohort 2 last year. During the Universal Design for Learning, the series of workshops, the best part of it for me was the peer-to-peer observations, where for the first time ever, somebody else actually watched me teach live in the classroom. And conversely, I was able to watch one of my peers, how she taught in the classroom. And the feedback that I gave her and the feedback that she gave me, I just felt like that was the best thing ever. And it really improved my teaching ever since then.
Right.
So I'm glad I was a part of something bigger than me, and I wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, that's fantastic. How has it changed your classes? How has it changed your students' learning? How has it changed their perspective? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So after being a participant in Cohort 2 and graduating last year, with these series of workshops, it intentionally has made me deliver the classroom instruction at a different level than I've ever had before. So unbeknownst to me, I was actually using some of the UDL principles that I learned, but not to the magnitude that UDL requires a professor to take on in their classrooms. And my intentional UDL applications, I see a miraculous change in the students here at Goodwin College. They're more engaged. They have a greater opportunity to represent certain lessons and certain activities in a different style rather than what we demand traditionally of the students. And it gives them a better idea on the takeaways from the course and objectives rather than just parroting back or reporting what a teacher wants them to say. With a little extra work as an instructor, they're more invested in the class. And I see that from the students, and they tell me that they actually enjoy my classes more so than other professors here that might not have the same style, and it seems like the class just rapidly goes by.
Right.
Where at the end of the class, they can't even believe it's over half the time.
It's a perfect transition into the whole point of having this is to get you to explain one of your +1s, one of the ways that you were able to bring UDL into an assignment. So you had brought an assignment with you today.
I did.
Go over.
Yes.
So what was the goal of your assignment?
The goal was to have the students use technology in the classroom and that they can differentiate between the different levels of learning, and they can share with other students collaboratively, and not only with me as an instructor, but I wanted them to work with the other students and maybe learn something from their peers, because as we know, we often learn more from our peers than the instructor. The technology piece was Padlet, and it's actually an online interface. Mm-hmm. It's almost a collaborative community online where you can display certain information. And not only can other people see it, but other people can respond to it.
And was this the first time that you've used Padlet in your classroom?
It was. Actually, this semester was the first time I've used Padlet in the classroom. And I didn't think it would take on as well as it did. But I gave the students a week to complete the lesson if they so choose. And actually every student participated and posted to the Padlet, and I was surprised.
Well, to have every student be engaged is really exciting.
Very
and
fantastic.
I am very curious to know what is it all about? Because I've never used Padlet before.
So it's an online bulletin board. So what I do is I have the students usually check in or scan in with a QR code. And once they do that, they're immediately drawn to the assignment or what's required of them. So they can start talking amongst themselves. They can start talking to me. Sometimes I use it in the classroom anonymously. So if I am teaching a lesson, they can post things anonymously during the classroom while the lesson's going. So in the event that maybe they're too shy to ask a question, we can go over it and we can talk about it, because I definitely want to make sure that they get out of the learning what they're supposed to get out of the learning.
I'm so excited to see this.
How about I'll show you. So here I have a QR code on the wall, and when the students come into the classroom, what I ask them to do is scan in. So when they scan in, whatever electronic device they have, they bring that device up to the QR code and they scan right into the lesson. And this particular lesson takes them into Padlet. So when it takes them into Padlet, they can start immediately engaging with other students in the lesson. They can immediately start talking to me collaboratively in the lesson, and this really inspires them and gets them entered into the classroom, so to speak. This technology also can take them beyond the walls of the classroom for later activities.
So thank you again today for joining us for the UDL Era video series, episode 2. If you have any further questions, or if you have technology that you would like to implement in your classroom, please feel free to reach out to one of us. Again, Dana Sheehan, myself, Karrie Morin. There are things that we teach in the center, such as ThingLink, PictoChart, Kahoot, Nearpod. There's several different applications. If you'd like to learn how to use any of those at any time, please let one of us know. We'd be happy to assist you. And we thank you so much again for joining episode 2. Jen, thank you.
Thank you so much
Thanks for
coming.
inviting me.
Yeah.
I hope it helps.
Thank you.
Goodbye.